Back with you here on the Market Day Report. I'm Marlon Bowling with you, and it's time to go to Chicago and find out what is going on the trading floor. We have our resident expert there, Todd Bubba Horwitz of BubbaTrading.com, a regular contributor here on the show, and always good to visit with you, Todd. Hope you had a good weekend. And as we get this trade off and running today, a lot of optimism on the grain side, and even a little bit of bounciness going on in the cattle side today.
There's optimism everywhere, and of course, because I have a dream, so let's make sure we can make these dreams come true. But I think you're looking at cattle is stubbornly hanging up here at the upper levels. I think that there's going to, in my opinion, there's going to be some selling here. I'm bullish longer term, but I'm going to look for a little bit of selling. I think that the overall picture is we've been bought up just a little bit too strongly here, and I think that if you look at a chart, you'll see that the parabolic rise has been just a little bit too fast. So I think overall there I see a little bit of selling pressure coming in at some point here. Now, again, I'm not recommending short. What I'm recommending is that you actually just try to lock in some of these higher prices here, expecting that we might see a little bit down move. And that's one of the things when you're farming or producing versus trading, you don't want to worry about tick by tick. You want to make sure that you're protected so that you can go out and do what you do best. The grain markets look great. I think that you're going to watch some key things here, though. Soybeans look like they're a little bit resistance. Corn at 365 is an area I'd watch. Wheat looks like it's broken out to the upside, which is kind of what we expected. But I think that overall the picture looks very good. But I would not be surprised to see some selling in wheat. Some selling in beans, some selling in corn, and still a continued rally in wheat. That's the way that I'd look at it from this point of view. I think those are the way the chart's set up. And hogs themselves, they're just stubbornly hanging around that 65, but I expect them to fall a little bit lower.
All right. Currently, the lean hogs on February are trading 7 higher. Now they're at 65.67 per hundredweight. So we're back within about 30 cents of our high of the day now. Bounced off our low by about 60 cents. April down a couple of pennies at 69.60 right now. What's going on with the outside markets here? We've seen so much volatility in the value of the dollar as we start out the trading week here this morning. What's going on with that?
Well, it really depends where you get your quotes from, Marlon. This is always when there's a holiday in the middle. This is very tricky because the futures opened on Sunday night, so the dollar was down yesterday, even though the markets weren't technically open, was down 40. So if where the quote comes from, who picks it up from yesterday, they show down 70. If they pick it up from Sunday, they show down 1100. So that we're down, and that's all that we really care about. And it's going lower. I think our next step is under par. We might bounce off of 1, but I think now we're headed back down into the low 90s. That's where I would see the dollar headed here. And you're seeing some other weakness around some of the other outside markets. You're seeing some weakness in the Dow. Lots going on with what's going on with the Brexit. Theresa May's talking, and they're discussing their plan. So there should be some volatility. Plus, of course, we've got Donald Trump inauguration this week. So that should bring in a lot of volatility throughout all the markets.
All right. Well, it's something to keep an eye on. And the crude oil, I'll touch on that as well before we run out of time here. West Texas crude is firming up a little bit today. February on West Texas crude now 27 higher at 52.64 per barrel. Todd, what's that website if folks want to check out all that information you have? It's really hard to remember.
Yeah, BubbaTrading.com. Check it out. We do a lot of good things. And just one thing on crude. Crude was $1 higher. It's not coming back. I'm still looking for 50 first, but I'm looking for the 40s before we get out.
Okay, well, very good. Todd, good to visit with you again. I appreciate that very much. I look forward to talking with you again here real soon. Let's recap our prices here as we head for the break. Let's take a look here at the live cattle market right now. We have February up 66 cents. It's trading at 119.18 per hundredweight. We have the April contract up 43 cents. On the feeder cattle side, right now you've got the March 42 higher at 129.72 per hundredweight. And on the lean hogs again, just recapping there, we have the February now 7 higher at 65.67. So coming up off of its earlier lows there, Janet.
All right. Thank you once again, Marlon.